Hi, my name is Lisa Mathew, and it's such a joy that I get to share some thoughts on Psalm 96. Life has a way of pulling our attention towards stress, pressure, disappointment, and uncertainty. Sometimes we carry so much internally that praise can begin to feel difficult, distant, or even quiet in our hearts. But Psalm 96 reminds us that worship was never meant to depend on perfect circumstances. Praise is not just for those good seasons. It's for the waiting seasons, the stretching seasons, the seasons of uncertainty. This psalm calls us to lift our eyes above everything happening all around us and remember who God is. Our God is faithful, sovereign, holy, still worthy of praise in every season of life. So, wherever you're watching today, whether you feel full of joy or spiritually exhausted, I believe God wants to encourage your heart through this passage. So take a moment. Just quiet all those distractions, lean into His presence, and let's look at Psalm 96 together as it begins with these words. Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord all the earth. I love that phrase, a new song. Not just an old testimony, not just yesterday's faith, but a fresh worship for what God is doing right this second. Sometimes life can make our praise feel heavy. We worship while carrying burdens. We worship while waiting on answers. We worship while healing, grieving, hoping, and praying. But Psalm 96 reminds us that worship is not based on our circumstances. It's based on who God is. The psalm goes on to say in verse 3, declare His glory among the nations, His marvelous deeds among all peoples. That means we're called to be people who talk about the goodness of God and the marvelous things He's done in our lives. Not just inside the church walls, not just on Sundays, but in everyday life. In our homes, at work, with our children, with our friends, on social media, and in conversations with people who need hope. There's something powerful about a believer who still praises God in difficult seasons. Anyone can praise when everything is perfect, but when you worship through pain, through uncertainty, through waiting, that kind of worship becomes a testimony. Verse 4 says, for great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. Can I remind you today, God is still great. He is still faithful, still holy, still sovereign, still working behind the scenes, even when we can't see it. Maybe today you feel spiritually tired. Maybe your faith has been stretched. Maybe prayers seem unanswered. This psalm draws our hearts back to the wonder of who God is. Sometimes we have to stop focusing on the size of the problem and start remembering the greatness of our God. The psalm goes on to describe creation rejoicing before the Lord. The heavens rejoice, the earth is glad, the trees sing for joy. Why? Because God reigns. Not fear, not chaos, not darkness, not the enemy's schemes. Our God reigns. That changes everything. As believers, we are carriers of hope in a world still filled with anxiety and confusion. Our worship becomes a witness when people see peace in us during storms, joy in difficult seasons, faith in uncertainty. They begin to see the reality of God. So today, I want to encourage you. Sing your new song. Declare His glory. Worship even in the waiting. And remember that the God you serve is still worthy of praise. And here's a declaration I want to leave with you today. Something that you can take with you as you go about work, school, life. No matter what season I'm in, I will declare the glory of God. My praise will not be silenced by fear, disappointment, or delay. God reigns. God is faithful. And my worship will be my witness to the watching world. Be encouraged this week and keep declaring God's glory. May you be blessed by these words.